All right, imagine this. You walk into a room, make eye contact with her, and in less than a minute, she's laughing, touching her hair, leaning closer. She's flirting. Not because you're the hottest guy in the room, but because she can't help it. Today, I'm going to show you the fastest and most effective way to attract any woman. And it's not about pretending to be alpha or rich. It's about making her want to flirt with you, to think about you, to crave your energy in a way that's emotional and sexual, not just friendly. Whether it's a woman you've known for months or one you've just met, I want you to use 3 simple psychological triggers I'll reveal in this video. And when you do, you'll notice something incredible. She'll start acting differently around you. Her tone softens. Her laughter becomes more personal. Her eyes hold yours just a second longer. You'll move from those boring, safe, platonic conversations to charged magnetic interactions where and it drives her crazy. And here's the best part. I'll even give you exact examples, actual lines you can use, word for word, to bring out her flirtatious side and make her chase you. So pay close attention and stay with me till the end, because this isn't just flirting tips. This is about learning how to awaken a woman's subconscious attraction triggers. Once you do that, she won't just flirt, she'll invest emotionally. I'm Amelia, and welcome to Dark Psychology, where we decode how attraction really works beneath the surface. Now, before I dive in, let me tell you something funny but important. The one line that instantly kills attraction for most women is, "I'm so sorry. This rarely happens." You guessed it. We're talking about premature performance issues. And trust me, it's more common than you think. About 30% of men deal with it. That's why the sponsor of today's video, Roman Swipes, has become a quiet hero for men everywhere. They help you last longer, enjoy every moment without anxiety. Because let's be honest, no one ever said he lasted too long. Roman offers discreet 2-day shipping, no prescription, no awkwardness, just results. Life short. Enjoy it. You can check out Roman at arrow.co, Amelia, or click the link below for 10% off your first order. Now that we've handled that, let's get into the deep stuff. If a woman willingly starts to flirt with you, attraction builds itself. When she flirts, her brain releases a wave of emotional and sexual chemistry. Dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, all of which get anchored to you. That's how she starts associating you with pleasure, with excitement, with dangerous curiosity. But here's the issue. Most women don't get flirty easily, even when they like a guy. Why? Because society taught them that being flirty or openly sexual makes them look easy. So, they suppress that side even when they want to show it. That means it's your job as a grounded, confident man to make. That's where most men lose because they think attraction is about trying harder, when in reality, it's about making her feel safe enough to let her feminine energy out. Picture this. You meet a woman, she smiles, she laughs at your jokes. There's chemistry. You can feel it. But every time you try to flirt, she either changes the subject or keeps it neutral. You start thinking, maybe she's not into me. But in reality, she's testing whether it's safe to show that side of herself. Because when a woman flirts, she's exposing her desires, her curiosity, her vulnerability. And that's not something most women do with just anyone. She wants to know, can this man handle that side of me without judging me for it? If the answer is yes, you win her trust. If the answer is no, she shuts down. That's why some men get stuck in the friend zone, not because they're not attractive, but because they never built the emotional space where a woman feels it's okay to express her des. It gets deep. And this is pure dark psychology. When a woman feels emotionally safe but sexually intrigued, her brain literally rewires how she sees you. she starts associating you with a unique emotional mix of comfort and danger. Safety tells her, I can be myself around him. Danger whispers, but I don't know what he'll do next. That have to be both. The man who grounds her emotions and the man who awakens her desires. And that starts with one thing, creating the safe space for her to be flirty, open, and expressive. Because when she feels safe, her feminine side, playful, curious, sensual, naturally comes out. She doesn't have to force it. She becomes it. Now, you might be wondering, all right, Amelia, but how do I actually create that safe space? That's exactly what we're about to dive into next. These next few minutes are crucial because this is where the shift happens, from just another guy to the one she can't get out of her mind. This section builds from the psychology we covered. Now we move into the exact how-to, how a man actually creates that safe, flirt-ready space. You'll notice this part adds rhythm, emotion, and storytelling flow that keeps viewers deeply locked in. Perfect for long-form retention on your dark psychology channel. All right, so now that you understand why Mose, talk about how to unlock that side of her. How to make her feel completely at ease while her playful feminine energy comes alive. Because here's the key truth. If you don't lead the energy, she never will. You are the one who gives permission for flirtation to exist. You don't wait for the spark. You create it. Step 1. Lead first. Be the signal giver. Think of sexual tension like a dance. Someone has to step first. If you want her to flirt with you, you have to show through words, tone, and body language that it's safe, fun, and totally normal to do so. And the easiest way to send that signal is through what I call semi-sexual compliments. These are small, respectful statements that subtly imply attraction. Enough for her to feel desired, not objectified. Let's look at the difference. You're really smart. Nice, but completely neutral. You've got great taste in music. Still friendly. You look amazing in that dress. Now we're in the right territory. Your who never reaches out isn't a challenge. She's clarity. And clarity is a gift even when it hurts. So don't lower your worth just to keep someone comfortable. The moment you decide that your peace matters more than her replies, that's the moment she'll finally see what she lost. And if she doesn't, you still win. Because a man's cinematic outro who values himself never really loses anything. Final point, attention is not infinite. It's chosen. Her silence is not a condemnation of your worth. It's a moment that asks you to choose yourself, choose your time, choose your standards, choose a life that doesn't revolve around a green bubble. If you want more of this, deeper breakdowns, real examples, and how to say the right things when she finally does reach out, hit subscribe, drop a comment, tell me one thing you're going to stop doing day. Really cute when you laugh. Instant warmth. See the shift? The compliment quietly says, I notice you as a woman, not just as a person. When delivered calmly, not rushed, not needy, these compliments spark curiosity. She begins to wonder what it feels like to be seen that way. Step 2. Deliver and detach. Here's where most guys mess it up. They give a compliment and then linger, staring, waiting for approval. That breaks the magic. The real power comes from saying it, then moving on. Drop the line, hold the eye contact for a heartbeat, and shift topics. It tells her, I said what I meant. I'm comfortable with attraction. I don't need anything back. That energy is magnetic because it radiates security. It turns a simple moment into emotional tension. She starts thinking, wait, did he just flirt with me? And by the time she figures it out, the chemistry has already begun. Step 3. Use curious questions to deepen connection. Once the tone is set, guide the conversation gently toward relationship-oriented or romantic topics. This lets her express her flirty side without feeling like she's doing something wrong. Start light. What do you find most attractive in a man? When was your first kiss? Have you ever made the first move on a guy? These are fun, nostalgic questions that make her reflect. And reflection is emotional engagement. Then, if the vibe feels right, you can slowly lean into deeper territory. What do you think you look sexiest in? What's the boldest thing you've ever done for someone you liked? What kind of chemistry instantly gets your attention? Each question invites a piece of her feminine side out to play. Step 4. Handle resistance like a king. Now, sometimes she'll test you. She might laugh, act surprised, or say something like, "Did you really just ask that?" Here's your moment of truth. Most guys panic. They apologize, explain, or get defensive. That kills attraction instantly because it signals shame. Instead, own it. Smile and say calmly, "Yeah, I did. No pressure though. I'm just curious about you." Or if she asks why you want to know, you can say, "Because confidence is rare. I like people who are comfortable with who they are. Simple, grounded, non-reactive." You've just shown her that you can handle feminine energy without flinching. And that's exactly when her guard drops. Step 5. Mirror her energy back. As she starts opening up, don't immediately escalate. Instead, mirror her level of playfulness. If she teases, tease back. If she compliments you, return it lightly. The rhythm should feel effortless, like a tennis rally, not a chess match. Because true flirtation isn't about getting somewhere. It's about creating a loop of tension and release. That's what makes her want to keep the conversation alive and keeps you unforgettable. When you lead with relaxed, sexual, aggressive, her subconscious mind recognizes emotional safety. Her defenses lower. The amygdala, the fear center of the brain, quiets down and dopamine rises. That's the exact neurochemical state where attraction bonds form. So, we're not manipulating her. You're simply giving her the permission to feel free around you. That's the most seductive feeling in the world. Now, we've set the foundation. She feels safe. She feels your confidence. But how do you actually ignite that spark? The spark that makes her lean closer, laugh, and start flirting back. Simple. You flick the script using one of the most underrated but deadly effective flirting techniques ever created. It's called playful misinterpretation. This method is so subtle and clever that most women won't even realize what you're doing. They'll just feel it. That pull, that warmth, that curiosity, what it really means. Playful misinterpretation is exactly what it sounds like. You intentionally misinterpret something she says and twist it into something lightly flirtatious or suggestive. You're not being dirty. You're not being inappropriate. You're simply introducing sexual polarity into an otherwise innocent moment. And this works because it bypasses logic and hits emotion. It tells her subconscious, he's confident enough to play with me. He's not afraid of tension. He gets it. When you do this right, you're showing her 3 irresistible traits. 1. Boldness. You're not scared to lead. 2. Humor. You can make tension fun. 3. Emotional awareness. You understand when to push and when to relax. That combination, bold, funny, aware, is the trifecta of irresistible male energy. Every woman responds to it because it triggers the feminine mirror response. When she feels that energy, her instinct is to mirror it back. That's when she starts to flirt with you. Let's say she says, "That t-shirt you're wearing is terrible." No. Most guys will. But you smile and say, "Wow, we just met and you already want me out of my shirt. At least buy me dinner first." It's cheeky. It's confident. It's playful. And most importantly, it flips her tease into sexual chemistry. She'll laugh, roll her eyes, maybe hit your arm. All signs of emotional engagement. Another example, she says, I spent my weekend alone, just relaxed and recharged. You grin and respond, that's nice. Self-exploration is healthy. I'm all for getting to know yourself better, delivered with a smirk, not a grin. This hits perfectly. It's subtle enough to keep her comfortable, but suggestive enough to spark curiosity. She'll laugh,